What's up, Mamma Jammas? Welcome to my game room. I've had quite a few of you actually ask me for a small tour of the room. In all honesty, my game room extends to this entire floor of my house. I've been spending probably almost my entire 40-year existence collecting stuff. Some of this stuff is that old, some of it's older, some of it's relatively newer. I'll give you a quick rundown of my game room itself here. Show you guys what I work with whenever I'm streaming on my games, stuff like that. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown. It's not going to be an hour-long video. But I did want to at least show you guys, give you guys a quick tour since you guys have been asking. So thanks again for stopping by so much lately. It's actually been really nice talking with you guys while I'm streaming. And I look forward to seeing you guys for the next few too. So yeah, here's the game room.
All right, welcome. So there's a lot in here to go over. Not everything's put away yet, but I'm going to start right here next to me. It's nice and easy. This is the poster you guys generally see in the door. It's a canvas poster I won at my last Pokemon tournament that I went to. I don't get out very often. Behind, a boatload of movies. I am something of a cinemaphile. I have loved watching movies, TV series ever since I was a kid. So I've collected a boatload. Streaming made things different, but that's what it is. I actually wanted to set all those up in the other room there and make it like a blockbuster with the movies on the walls and stuff. It just never happened, unfortunately. BB-8 here, some Marvel underneath, and a couple other posters down here. I try to keep a healthy supply of stuff to rotate. On the wall, we got my movie posters, some of them Turtles, Ghostbusters, Supernatural, Nightmare on Elm Street, Doctor Who, Mario over there. I'll still stand on the hill that the first 5 seasons of Supernatural were damn good TV. But yeah, that's some of my movie posters. Down here I have some toys, some guitar cases, a PV guitar, my Alpine, a bunch of other stuff, Nintendo related for the most part. Donkey Kong Bongo's back here, still love that game. A lot of other small stuff I picked up when Toys R Us was closing or various times throughout my life when I had a couple extra dollars to spend. Mario Party game boxes, I am that big of a nerd that I still kept a couple of them at least. Marvel, Avengers, Matchbox cars, blah, that was actually a tongue twister to get out. A couple more guitars, the bass is my sister's, she passed away but I display it, the Fender is the one I like to play. And over here is the pull station. This is generally where you're seeing all my shorts come from. I sit down here and with a vertical view it's a little bit different than what I'm showing you here. But this is it, that probably looks a little familiar to you. That's it. You don't see those guys but they're always there. Another guitar I have, this is my Dean guitar, I don't play it too often, next to a bunch of Pokemon cards, a set that I haven't gone through yet, a couple boxes I was going to make videos on but never happened, and don't mind me and my girlfriend, they're having some fun. Down below, some notebooks and stuff I've kept over the years, a bunch of stuff I still have to sort through, and a bunch of player's guides. Kids, this is what we had before the internet to find our way through games. Ghostbusters toys, this is from Afterlife. When that movie came out, I collected, there was a bunch of figures. I got all of them, at the time at least. There may be more out now that I haven't figured out. Bunch of Pokemon cards there I still have to sort through, of course. And a couple more action figures and a pencil box. My Marshall amp I like to practice through, an old PV amp. Charizard, I have not had a chance to put him up anywhere yet. And you gotta eat, sleep, poop, or game. And there's definitely some yelling. This is the corner you guys generally see me in. It's got all the artwork to Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy IX, love me some VV, the Gengar book bag, and the Kingdom Hearts poster up on the wall. Around the corner we have some more Link. Gotta love my Link action figures here. That one was from my sister and my nephew back in the day. A couple other smaller Breath of the Wild action figures here. And next to that, we're going to have my favorite man's energy from Mega Man. Pokemon toys and this Mammoth Jamma, who I just cannot seem to get out of my life. Now this is going to be most of my games that I have. PS2, PS5, the Switch intermingles because I ran out of Switch space unfortunately. Old Sega games. And then down below we actually have all my portable games. Every one of them that I have. Wii U, Age of Empires, I love that game from back in the day. Roller Coaster Tycoon, some old stuff. PS4 coming up onto some GameCube, some Xbox One, a couple more computer games. PlayStation games, we got the DS, we got my Xbox 360 up here, some old school Game Boy 64, and a PSP. What's up, BB-8? Wii games over here. We got my Nintendo collection, some old Tengens. You gotta love the old school ripoffs. And more Nintendo as we go along. And keep in mind, I actually did dust all this yesterday, the day before I filmed this. Man, it sucks having a whole bunch of electronics up in one spot, I can tell you that. But yeah, that's all my Nintendo games, my Super Nintendo games. I loved Super Nintendo. It's the system I really grew up playing more than anything. Even though I'm an 80s kid, I still love my SNES. A couple Genesis games, and oh boy, the cobwebs. Das Boot, if you know Beerfest, you know that. Some Funko Pops, my light. And down here we have a couple 64s, a couple Super Nintendos, a single GameCube. Old school NES, I got a couple of those. Those are most of my portable gaming devices. My Sega Genesis. Down there's an old retro system. I'm not sure if it still works, honestly. An old school Atari, you gotta love it. And the old school Wii right there too for some cases. As far as the Game Boys, I don't have my OG Game Boy, but almost every Game Boy since then is in there. Couple old school, Marvel vs. Capcom. That lunchbox right there, that's actually from 1988. I am old. Steve-O. That's his skateboard, signed by Johnny Knoxville himself. That is a nice investment with my Buster Sword. And in front of it is my old school tube television. That's the TV that I game on whenever I'm playing games. My Xbox One. Down there, we got the Wii U. Now, there are a couple game boxes you see. They're not all put away because I randomly go back and forth between them all. We got my PS4, the Nathan Drake edition. I always liked it. Pretty sick. PS5, got the camera and a spare light that I have over there in case you need to see my pretty face. And over here we have my Switch with the case and some controls, plus an additional TV that I can use. PS2, we have the Slim and the Old School. I run on the Old School because the Slim doesn't pump audio. That Kansas notebook is older than I am. I love that band. Xbox 360, and over here hiding we have my PS1. In here I have the NES Classic and my Sega Genesis Classic. This is where I store them so that I can hook them up and reach them easily. That's the SNES Classic that I play on all the time. That's one you've seen me play on, and the computer that I game on and do other things on, mostly edit and stream. But yeah, that's basically it. This is what you're seeing whenever I'm actually streaming live. This is the angle you got. This is what I'm looking at whenever I'm streaming, guys. That's the TV I game on, and to my left is the display for everything else. Well, there you go, Mamma Jammas. That's a quick tour of my game room. There's a lot in here I could go over still, and if anybody wants to see more, I can definitely make another video going over a lot more stuff in detail. Not to mention the copious amounts of action figures and toys that I have elsewhere. But yeah, I really appreciate you all joining me. I hope to see you around for the live streams. And of course, as my friend Yodo says there, welcome you are. Come on back for the next one. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you later.